Starting tonight at midnight, the U.S. is set to implement 25% tariffs on goods from Canada and Mexico. Our economies are deeply intertwined, especially when it comes to Maine's logging industry. Critics say the tariffs may strain those bonds. News Center Maine's Donovan Lynch has the story.
In the logging and forest products industry, Maine and Canada are joined at the hip.
They're exceptionally intertwined.
This relationship is something you can see in the satellite images of the state's western border. Trucks carry raw logs from Maine's North Woods to be processed by manufacturers just across the way in Quebec. Much of it sent back as the kind of lumber used to build homes. It's an arrangement Dana Duran of Professional Logging Contractors of the Northeast says is based on lower production costs up north.
Canada has done a really good job subsidizing their manufacturers, so they provide lower cost electricity.
To balance the scales, the United States has charged a fee of around 14% on specific manufactured wood products coming in from Canada, giving sawmills in Maine the chance to compete. But now something much larger looms: tariffs.
And so we have this kind of scenario where we don't know how it's going to play out.
On Tuesday, President Donald Trump is poised to slap a 25% tariff on goods from Canada, expected to go on top of the current duty on popular Canadian wood products. This weekend, Trump also put out a pair of executive orders aimed at scrutinizing lumber imports and boosting domestic production. In anticipation of this policy shift, Canadian companies like Irving have already made inroads in Maine, buying up sawmills in places like Masardis.
Even if the tariffs have an impact upon the consumer, the Canadians are still going to benefit because they've already invested in the manufacturing.
That's an example of a tariff doing what they've intended it to do, which is change behavior in the marketplace.
Even so, Krista West of the Maine Forest Products Council is worried about potential disruptions caused by the White House's plan.
Any sort of a broad sweeping tariff would really impact our ability to meet demand.
Then there's the Canadian side. A tariff against our northern neighbor would likely be met with a tariff against goods from the United States, increasing costs for Canadians. Already, companies like JL Woolette in Quebec are cutting ties with Maine suppliers, opting instead to buy wood from Canada.
A load that is picked up today, but it's most probably our last one. Trump is there with the way he's doing. I'm not going to purchase from the U.S.
Donovan Lynch, News Center, Maine.